I hardly want to speak. Hey everyone, I hope you're all grand today. It's the morning after the night before. No, not a party. We finally had rain yesterday. And the site's woken up. It's wonderful. The birds have been going absolutely bonkers singing. Of course they've gone quiet now. It's just so lovely. Anyway, there is work to be done. So, come on round. What are we up to today? Here we are. So today is bean planting day. Oh, I can't wait. It's a kind of a bonkers time at the moment because there's still the last of the indoor sowings to do, but we're at that time of year, if you're a direct sower like me, if you don't have a greenhouse, when literally for the next few days all I'm going to be doing is putting seed in the ground. Oh, I love it. With every single seed I put into the ground, I put a little bit of optimism in, and then I wait and hope and water if there's no rain and enjoy the sunshine, and then a little miracle happens. A plant comes up. Yay! So today, let me just show you. I've got all my saved beans and a couple of packets of new things I'm trying. I will sow directly, but I will also sow one of each, about 10 of each in pots, just in case I have the same slug disaster that I had last year from my neighbour's plot, because these babies are precious. I want them to grow and I want them to feed me. Just before I go outside and start planting, I thought actually I'd just have a quick word about crop rotation, because I get asked about it loads, and I just want to say actually I'm not an expert, I'm not a farmer, I'm not a horticulturalist. You know, this is all, for me, everything's a bit of a happy accident. I'm just a very keen amateur veg grower. However, I have looked into crop rotation a bit, and to be honest, the books make it so complicated. So I'm going to try and simplify things a little bit. And I think with anything in life, if you understand why you're doing something, then the doing of it becomes actually quite simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. If you understand why, you can just get on and do. And actually, if you understand why, you can kind of make your own rules up a bit too. So, with crop rotation, my eyes keep wandering out there because it is so gorgeous and I can't wait to get out into the garden. Sorry. So there's two main reasons for crop rotation. One is the different families of vegetables have different nutrient requirements, let's say. So the different families of vegetables are taking specific things out of the soil. So if you grow the same thing in the same place year after year after year, the idea is that soil is then going to be depleted of that nutrient. Whereas if you keep moving things, the soil shouldn't become depleted and you'll be adding compost and everything over each autumn, winter, what have you. The second reason, and this is possibly the most important reason for me, is the idea is you don't let disease build up. So, for example, let's say brassicas, let's say clubroot. The idea is if you get clubroot, if you then move the brassicas to another bed the next year and another bed and so on, that disease will diminish, die out, because it doesn't have a host plant to thrive on, as it were. If you keep growing in the same place, that disease will go, yum, 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 more cabbages, kind of. I'm kind of doing this like I'm speaking to children or a cartoon. I don't mean to, sorry. So if you can look at books, go online, there's loads of information. Mostly you'll see things mapped out as either a 3-year or a 4-year rotation. There are very specifics about, they're generally split into 4 families: potatoes, brassicas, alliums plus roots, and legumes, so all your beans and peas. For example, you would follow alliums with brassicas. My happy accident is that I don't have much space here, so my brassicas are always like, where am I going to put them? The onions come out in July, perfect timing to put the brassicas in. Great, because that's my only bit of space to put them. It just so happens that that's the best way to rotate as well. Like I say, I don't get bogged down in it too much. I've got 4 beds now. I've had the plot for 4 years, so everything's rotated through each bed once. This is the beginning of my 5th year of growing, so I'm kind of back to where I was when I first started. And so far, it kind of seems to be working for me. I've not really had too much by way of pest problems, apart from the foxes and the slugs, of course, but wherever you grow, you're going to have that. So I think I don't really add much muck to the site either, I just don't have access to it. And the plants seem to thrive and grow well. So, like I say, I've made it really simple for myself. I'm not too worried, you know, is it potatoes, is it legumes? You'll know from how I organise my beds. I tend to have an allium bed, I tend to have a legume bed, I tend to have a vine bed, and then I have a others bed. And each year they all hop a bed, and it seems to work out okay. So, like I say, I'm not an expert, don't necessarily follow my model. This is just my way of saying, don't get hung up about it. If you can find a plan that makes sense in your head, have a go. The bottom line is, the most important thing is, just have a go at growing your own food, because it's the most rewarding thing you can do in the whole universe. Apart from maybe having kids, I don't know. Anyway, time's marching on. I've just noticed the clouds are coming over. Grrr. So let's get out into the garden and start serving some of these gorgeous beans I've got. So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm just going to dip 2 seeds per cane of each variety. One for the soil and one for me. So I've got loads of bolotties. I'll do, as I say, I'll do 2 per cane, and then hopefully at least one of them will come good. I'll also do some in pots to be on the safe side. Now with the gigantes, I just had a little count. I've got 22 seeds. So I'm gonna do just 1 per cane in the soil and the rest in pots, because I really, really, really want to have a crop of them. And I just don't trust the slugs not to come along and have them all. I know people are going to see all the cardboard on the paths and think, oh, slug heaven. The bottom line is that whatever I do, I'll end up with slugs. The cardboard is to give a little bit of moisture retention and a bit of weed suppression. So, this is so exciting, I love it. Literally just dib a hole, drop a seed in. Dib a hole, drop a seed in. Oh, it's like the mantra for May. Dib a hole, drop a seed in. And try not to drop them on the path as well. I'm just going to get on with this and let you guys listen to the birds. feels so great. In case you're wondering, yes, that is grass clippings between the rows. It's just as a bit of a mulch and a weed suppressant. I have not got a water bot yet. I'm still on the lookout for a water bot on free cycle. So I'm just trying as many ways as possible to save on watering, because our water here, we do have dip tanks, but it's from the mains supply. And just really don't want to be using mains water when we can catch it from the sky, hopefully, if it ever comes again. So yeah, over the next few days I'm going to do some mowing in the communal areas, get more grass clippings and just keep piling them up. Great mulch to save on water, suppresses the weeds, it gradually breaks down over the summer and autumn, and then I can just dig it in next spring. Yay! So I'm going to get on now with my gigantes, which I'm so excited about. Oh, and the other thing is, as you go along, don't forget to put your labels in. Once they're up, it'll be pretty obvious which each of the different beans is, but until they're up, I'll forget, so label as I go. Oh, those blooming clouds are coming back again. Okay guys, well, I'm going to say cheerio for now. Happy sowing. I've got loads more to do after this, so I'll catch up with you all the next time, whenever that is. Happy sowing. P.S. I forgot to say, don't forget to give everything a jolly good soaking afterwards, because even though we've had this bit of rain, the ground is still really dry. And the other thing is, I saved so much seed last year, I've got tons, so anything that doesn't get sown, I'm going to take it home, cook it and eat it. Save your own, guys, because even if you don't sow it, you can eat it later on. So I shall wish you all a jolly good, happy sowing day, and leave you with the sound of the birds, because it's so beautiful at the moment. Take care.